Alright guys, the Chariot card. I love this card. This card is about movement. It's about being focused on a goal and going relentlessly towards it. So as you'll see in this card, there's a black horse and a white horse. And what this means to me is opposing forces are moving in the same direction, right? So your left brain and your right brain are moving in the same direction. Your unconscious and your conscious is moving in the same direction. Like all of you is on the same page, right? And you're all going that way, like, right? Like both forces are in agreement that they're going that way, if that makes sense. So this person is very much in charge, very much in command, right? She knows what she wants and she's headed for the goal, right? She is moving forward at a rapid pace. The Chariot to me means lots of focus. It means clarity of values. So the person who is moving at a pace this fast and who's very focused on the end goal and where they're going is someone who knows what they want and knows why they want it and is in alignment with getting it and doesn't have a lot of wishy-washy thoughts about it, right? Like they're quite sure. So they are grounded, they're integrated. This person is very much someone who is going to achieve their goal, right? Like they're gonna achieve their success. Even if they're on the beginning of their chariot journey, they're going to get there because they are relentlessly focused on the goal and moving forward, and all of them is in alignment. When I move into this card, I feel in my body so much movement and so much purposeful movement, right? Like it's not the energy of being confused and not knowing where to go. It's very, very much the energy of complete and utter mental focus and action that's focused towards a specific goal. And of course I'm going to achieve the goal. Like it's not even a possibility that I'm not going to achieve the goal. Like it's already done. Like I've already decided in my mind I'm already at the goal and I'm just doing all the things that feel alignment for me to get the goal, right? This card also brings up the energy of like having your blinders on, right? Like the Chariot is, the person in the Chariot is so focused on their vision or their goal or what they're trying to accomplish that they literally have blinders on and they're not noticing all the extraneous stuff that's happening out here, right? So all of their power, all of their focus, all of their thoughts, all of their action is very much centered on this one thing. So this person keeps putting one foot in front of the other. They're very persistent. They're very diligent and hardworking, and they're going to get to where they want to go. Now, if we reverse the energy of the Chariot, and we feel what it feels like if it's the opposite, it feels very much like directionless, aimlessness, not sure which way to go, not knowing which goal to focus on. Like, I've got this one and 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 this one, and oh my goodness, like I just don't know which way to go. It feels like being in conflict with self. It feels like emotionally you want to do one thing, but intellectually you want to do another. So therefore you're just stagnant, you're stuck, you're standing in the middle of the street, and you have no idea which way to go, right? Can't pick a focus, can't pick a direction, can't make a decision. You're kind of just like languishing, right? It very much feels like almost like being in a boat that's kind of being tossed in the sea, right? You don't have your hand on the rudder. You are unable to steer the ship. You feel like forces outside of your control are kind of tossing you around. And the tossing you around is really just your indecision and your doubt and you're not being sure. And therefore you just can't you can't decide because you can't see. And I almost see, like, in my vision of being in the sea and being tossed around by the weather, the storm clouds are in the way, so you just can't see. You can't figure out how to get to clarity. You can't figure out, you know, what your target is because you can't see past the clouds. And I feel like the clouds would represent, like, fear, right? So because of the fear, you feel indecisive and not sure which way to go. So, you know, the weather's kind of tossing you around, and that's really your indecision, but the indecision is really a result of the fear, and the storm clouds are really the fear, and it's like, if these storm clouds would just go away, then I would be able to like see where the land is and I know like which direction to go. So that is very much what the opposite of this card feels like, right? And I feel like that was like a really good archetype. Being tossed in the ocean, right? That was good. I like that. That was a new way of seeing it. I've never really thought of it just that way. But yeah, you know, you don't know what to do. You are confused, trying to consider too many options, trying to ask everybody else what you should do, not knowing what your goal is, not knowing what your aim is, and feeling like you just can't. You're just like, oh, I just don't know what to do. Almost like you want to throw your hands up. Whereas the Chariot upright is very, very determined, okay? And then the Chariot reversed is very like, oh my goodness, I have no idea. I just want to throw my hands up in the air because I can't freaking even decide on a goal. And since I can't decide on the goal, how can I even get started? I'm just going to sit right here until I figure it out, right? So this is very much the energy of no movement, sitting still and contemplating, where this is the energy of, oh my goodness, I'm so focused. I'm going to move at lightning speed. I know exactly what I need to do, and nothing's going to stop me. Okay?